Right, so what we're going to try and do now is take you back in time and take perhaps on memory lane a little bit to get a sense of what the Zuma presidency has been about and what it's been like. Let's take you back now to President Zuma's first 4 years in office.
There. On the 9th of May, that's where it all starts. And then, of course, on the 11th of May, the inaugural meeting of the NEC. In 2011, President Zuma appoints Judge Mogoeng Mogoeng as the country's new Chief Justice. In October, makes changes to the executive, firing Minister Phiyega. And that was a big moment. 1st of December, President Zuma unveils a plan for HIV and AIDS.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the reshuffles and the changes of cabinet were things that he was known for. And I think he broke records in terms of the number of ministers that changed and reshuffled over a period of time. So just in his first 4 years, I think we got a sense of what the future was going to look like.
So that's looking pretty much so at the first 4 years. So now let's take a look at the next 3 years after all of that. Starting in 2014, in May, sworn in for his second term as president.
Yeah, EFF members. This is where we first saw the EFF members at work, heckling the president in Parliament. And Parliament TV was never the same again after that.
Certainly wasn't. Everyone expecting chaos. The first debate on SONA, again, there's big problems. The DA leader calling President Jacob Zuma a broken man.
Yeah, and he denies any wrongdoing over the Nkandla saga, and that, I think, was one of those things around his neck that he was never able to change and let go of.
And of course, the votes of no confidence starts coming in. Then 18th of June, Advocate Sean Abrams, National Director of Public Prosecutions, he's back in the news. We'll talk about that a bit later.
And of course, the EFF make their appearance at Parliament once again, making life and then asking him to pay back the money over the Nkandla saga, which still weighs on him even now.
Here's that motion of no confidence coming in. 19th of August, the DA wins that one. There, 14th of October, my birthday, President Jacob Zuma suspends Riah as the SAPS National Commissioner.
Yeah, and then he fined the famous Nene Gate, where he fired Nhlanhla Nene, and Desmond Roy was finance minister for about 3 days.
Yeah, something we'll never ever forget. State of the Nation address interrupted again. 17th of May, EFF thrown out, forcibly removed by the Speaker out of Parliament.
And President Zuma paid back the money, and I think a small bank in the north in Limpopo helped him pay that by a mortgage.
We also saw in November that state of capture report that was withdrawn by the president. Opposition proposed motion of no confidence again in 24, where 214 MPs voted against it, 126 for it. That was in 2016.
All right, so that was the next 3 years, but we now look at President Zuma's last term in office from the past year, leading to the announcement in this month of the SONA being postponed.
Starts off 2017, last year, in March, ANC stalwart Rivonia trialist Dennis Goldberg starts asking President Jacob Zuma to step down.
And he faces heavy criticism, of course, recalling Finance Minister Pravin Gordhan.
Yeah, and of course our markets tumble, rand tumbles. Then we start seeing President Zuma coming in for criticism for that recall from all quarters. In April, the SACP and a group calling themselves ANC Veterans 101 call on President Jacob Zuma to step down.
And Gwede Mantashe confirms that President Zuma not resigning his post on the 5th of April. 7th of April, nationwide protests are staged.
And in June, the economy moved into recession. 0.7% in GDP. It was a really tough time last year for South Africa. There's also National Union of Mine Workers calling for the president to go. As
did the South African Council of Churches, asking for Parliament to be dissolved, and Moody's downgrade. Who could forget that? The top 5 banks getting a hiding there. Constitutional Court saying it's their prerogative of the Speaker to authorise a secret ballot, which she does, of course, on the 7th of August.
There it is. The 8th motion of no confidence comes in. A vote of confidence is happened And he survives it once
and
again.
he loses his appeal with the spy tape saga, another one of those that lasted many, many years.
There we go. This was a shock announcement. You and I were together, Peter, 16th of December. Free education plan for poor and working class. That's free higher education. Remember that one. Throwing a bit of a curveball to whoever is coming in now.
Yeah. 2018, of course, this has been a remarkable year already. President Zuma announces a commission of inquiry into allegations of state capture a year and a bit after the public protector had asked him to do so.
And SONA is postponed. And here we sit on the 13th of February, and SONA is still postponed.
And who knows, February the 14th might be the day that you mark in your diary that the President of South Africa stepped down after he was asked to be recalled. After he was recalled.
Listen, I have to ask you, has Valentine's Day been postponed? I'm just asking for a friend. I'm not sure about this
I think it's been postponed to Easter.
Is it? Okay, we'll wait for Easter to celebrate it, because I've got a feeling you might be my Valentine tomorrow night. But this is the reality of where we're at right now. And while we're speaking about the State of the Nation address, you know, during the SG's conference, or well, the media conference this afternoon, the SG said that the State of the Nation address will be given by Cyril Ramaphosa.
Yeah, he said President Ramaphosa.
Yeah,
which is
indeed.
interesting.
Well, okay, we'll take the president as the ANC president. But the reality is that's where we're at right now. Now, when it was called off and postponed, it was said that by the Speaker that it should be held within the week. The week is coming up, and there has been no State of the Nation. And next week, on the 21st of February, is the budget. So we are still sitting in limbo.
Yeah.
Even though there was a press conference today, it still feels as if we have no more answers. And this is a tough position to find ourselves in right now.
If you think that today's been a busy day and that you've heard everything that you needed to hear, well, we believe that the presidency will be issuing a statement this evening. We have no idea what that statement is about, but that's the expectation that we have. So stay to your screens, don't go to bed.